迎收看今天的汉天新闻，我是赵子彤。首先来看美国国内消息。美国加州文图拉县消防部门证实，当地时间2日早上，一艘潜水支援船只在加州圣克鲁斯岛起火。截至目前，根据洛杉矶日报报道，确认死亡的人数已攀升至20人，还有大量人员失踪，仅有5人获救。目前，美国海岸警卫队正在展开救援行动，事故原因有待调查。
Tragedy breaks out off the coast of Southern California early Monday. A massive blaze engulfs the Conception, a 75-foot commercial diving boat.
It was fully engulfed from bow to stern. I mean, and plane's probably 30 feet high. It was totally gone.
There were 39 people on board, according to the Coast Guard.
Roger, are they locked inside the boat? Roger, can you get back on board and unlock the boat, unlock the doors so they can get off?
No confirmation on that tape that a door was locked. There are numerous fatalities, but 5 staff members were able to escape.
The crew was actually already awake and on the bridge, and they jumped off.
Bob Hansen and his wife helped 4 people to safety.
I wish I could have picked all 35 of them up. I mean, all of them. I mean, I got the space. You know, if they could have all just gotten in the water, and I could have got them out of there.
No word yet on what caused the fire, and officials say there's no evidence yet of foul play. The Coast Guard says the vessel was in compliance with regulations.
Our hearts go out to the families of the victims of this terrible tragedy.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
美国德克萨斯州8月31日再次发生枪击案，死亡人数据当地媒体称已经升至7人，另有22人受伤。发生枪击的城市位于德州西部，名叫奥德萨。伤者中包括3名警察。警方称嫌疑犯是一名白人男子。案发当天，他朝警员和过路汽车乱开枪，最终被警方围住，在停车场击毙。
More than a dozen of the 21 people injured in the shooting were brought to the hospital here in Odessa. The injured included 3 police officers and a 17-month-old girl.
There's a shooting going on in Odessa, Texas. Oh God, they're shooting right there.
A traffic stop turned into a terrifying shooting rampage.
Get out, get out, get out.
A gunman fleeing police sprayed cars and homes with bullets.
I looked over my shoulder to left, and the gold car pulled up, and the man was there, and he had a very large gun, and it was pointing at me. And in that moment, the only thing I could think about was driving away really fast.
At one point, he ditched his car, hijacked a postal truck, and continued shooting more than 24 people at random.
Just driving around, normal day, and then I hear gunshots. There's at least 10 shots. I got one on my door, and one went through, ricocheted right here through my wrist. All I got is a scratch with a metal piece in me, and that's it, instead of a bullet hole.
The gunman's deadly terror spree continued for about 20 miles between Midland and Odessa. It ended in a movie theater parking lot where police killed the shooter in a gun battle.
There was just police everywhere, and there was a bunch of people behind the theater in the field walking, and next thing you know, this gunfire is going off. So it just all happened so quickly. It was a lot to take in.
And today, just one day after the shooting, some new gun laws are coming into effect here in Texas. They'll loosen some of the restrictions, making it easier for some people to have their guns on school property, in apartments, and in places of worship. Reporting in Odessa, Texas, I'm Riley Carlson.
飓风多利安带来波涛汹涌的海水和猛烈风势，让地势低筑的社区大乱。截至目前，已有导致至少5人丧生，并促使美国东岸多个州进行大规模撤离。接下来，国家飓风中心表示，多利安未来5天依旧会是危险飓风，但由于飓风路径可能一夜之间出现变化，它会以多大威力袭击美国沿海哪个地区，目前还无法确切掌握。
After days of fluctuating forecasts, new projections, and dire warnings from officials, Dorian is slowly creeping its way toward the U.S. mainland.
Even if it stays off the coast, 4 to 7 feet of storm surge. I mean, that is deadly.
Dorian has shown its potential for massive destruction, hounding the Bahamas for more than 24 hours, leaving buildings in ruin, residents without homes.
Basically, just debris everywhere, down from my room to upstairs. Downstairs, everything is completely destroyed, wiped out.
And some families without loved ones.
I am not 100% certain. When we came across our neighbor's house, they told us that they passed away, but we are not certain if anybody came to rescue or take the bodies from the home. The home isn't there anymore, so we don't know.
The storm is expected to brush along Florida's east coast before heading north, bringing the potential for significant damage and life-threatening storm surge to Georgia and the Carolinas.
Because this storm is anticipated to pick up speed, time is running out to get ready.
For now, residents in Florida have done all they can do to prepare. Some have evacuated, others are hunkering down and waiting it out.
A lot of people left Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the ones that are sheltering in place, they know the risks, and we're all in this together.
In Jensen Beach, Florida, I'm Nadia Romero reporting.
美国威斯康辛州的一名女子发起了一项活动，自发为残疾儿童定制娃娃。目前，她已给全世界各地患有残疾的孩子提供了超过300个娃娃。她的这份热心也受到了更多友好的回应，更多爱心人士和机构开始捐款发展她的这项非营利事业。
Day in and day out, Amy Jandrisovitz sits at her sewing machine to make dolls. But these dolls are not what we're used to seeing.
These are not the kids that you see in movies. These are not the kids you see in commercials.
And that's the point.
This discussion is now on the table of, are we doing the right thing?
It started as a hobby 4 years ago. Jandrisovitz made a doll for a child with an amputated leg. Since then, she has made around 400 dolls meant to look like each one of its individual recipients, no matter the skin color, gender, or medical condition. And she does this all from her dining room. You can see sewing supplies filling up her dinner table.
You can see that my dining room has not been used for its intended purpose in a really long time.
From her new Berlin home, she's shipped dolls all over the world. And although she's never seen a child get one of her dolls in person, she's seen plenty of the magical moments on video.
What do you think about that doll?
The videos are endless.
So why is your baby important to you?
Because he has hands and toes like me.
And priceless.
Look at her hands, Reg. Look at her hands.
They're just like yours. That's pretty
and bring smiles she never wants to see fade.
When you have a talent or you have something to offer, you've got to use it for someone else. And I think that this is, for me, this is the skill that I bring to the table. I bring sewing.
美中贸易发生新一轮变化，从9月1日开始，中国对美国原油征收5%的关税。这是这两个世界最大经济体开始贸易战1年多以来，北京首次对美国原油征收关税。川普政府将对价值超过1250亿美元的中国进口商品征收15%的关税，包括智能音响、蓝牙耳机及其他商品。
President Trump not backing down to Beijing.
We can't allow China to rip us off anymore as a country. We can't allow China to take $500 billion a year out of our country.
This weekend, the U.S. started implementing a 15% tariff on some consumer goods from China, including shoes, TV sets, and clothes. The president has another phase of tariffs against China set to go into effect in mid-December.
This message on sticking it to China is really powerful, both with his base within the Republican Party, but also some of that crossover appeal to sort of independent or even some Democratic voters, union voters.
China has countered with its own tariffs against the U.S. on billions of dollars of U.S. goods.
The question is, are consumers going to start to notice prices going up for things that you buy at Target?
This trade war has had a ripple effect, causing concern for executives and investors worldwide. But despite the tit-for-tat tariffs, the U.S. and China are still expected to meet for another round of trade talks later this month.
You just don't know
whether today's optimism that we're on a path towards resolution is going to be what we feel tomorrow or a week later.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
9月3日，英国工党和反对派联盟已申请进行紧急辩论，试图控制英国议会下院的事务，以阻止无协议脱欧。如果该申请成功通过的话，这场辩论将优先于今天的例行公事。议员期待下院院长博考能够成功阻止无协议脱欧的重要力量。
Order! 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 Please.
Throughout British democratic history, the Speaker of the House played a low-key role, even if it may appear otherwise on television. Charged with the difficult responsibility of refereeing the raucous chamber.
Stop it! It's low grade, it's useless, and it won't work.
And on rare occasions, the umpire, who sits in the Speaker's chair, has had to step onto the field of play.
Order!
Some 7 speakers lost their heads for championing the Commons against the executives.
The best known and most visible function of the Speaker is to chair in the chamber, to chair Prime Minister's questions, to chair other debates, and in that capacity I'm a referee.
Don't tell me what the procedures of this House are.
But for John Bercow, the son of a cab driver, Brexit has jumbled the balance, transforming him into an extraordinary player whose broad interpretation of parliamentary rules continues to galvanise the backbenchers.
I have always been scrupulously fair to Brexiteers and Remainers alike.
Many of his former Conservative colleagues accuse him of overstepping the mark, in part because they view his politics as having shifted to the left.
This House must seize back control of its own core functions.
Some of his former party have questioned John Bercow's impartiality, something he denies.
But in grappling with the biggest current issue facing us, Brexit, no resolution of the matter has yet been attained. It is a concern. It isn't something that the Speaker can determine.
It is only with an effort that I can master my feelings here, Mr. Speaker.
But last week, the Speaker once again waded in
Order!
To defend the role of Parliament, describing Boris Johnson's move to suspend Parliament as a constitutional outrage designed to prevent MPs from debating Brexit. Tomorrow, John Bercow is likely to give the House of Commons as much of an opportunity to table legislation to stop no deal as he can. An aggressive umpire, contentious, but determined to allow parliamentary democracy enough time to have its potentially definitive say. Bianca Nobilo, CNN, London.
休息一下，马上回来。